Cain has gone through most of the year without Moira Dingle by his side. Locked up for offences she didn't commit, Moira is now facing the possibility of spending the rest of her life in prison on charges of double murder and modern slavery. During this difficult time, Cain has also been coping with a prostate cancer diagnosis. Moira is now aware of his condition and continues to support him through calls and visits from prison. As his surgery approaches, Cain becomes increasingly anxious. In recent scenes, he confided in Charity Dingle about how the operation might affect his sex life. He worried that Moira might see him differently, but Charity reassured him that intimacy is about more than just physical relations. The emotional bond between them is something both Cain and Moira deeply miss, so in upcoming episodes, Liam comes up with a plan to help reunite them. At the prison, Moira informs Cain that her murder charges could soon be dropped. However, the positive update is quickly overshadowed when she reveals she still faces involvement in modern slavery allegations and must undergo an MRI scan at the hospital. When Moira arrives at the hospital, Liam intervenes. He hides Cain in a changing room and cleverly creates a situation that allows Moira to enter without being accompanied by a guard. Liam then leaves them alone, and Cain and Moira quickly share an intimate moment. Afterwards, Cain opens up about his fears surrounding the upcoming surgery, and Moira reassures him that they will face whatever lies ahead together. Feeling relieved and thankful for the time spent with his wife, Cain heads back home. Upon returning, he hands Kyle the keys to his newly fixed car before setting off for the hospital. Just before leaving, Cain speaks to Moira again, expressing hope that everything will turn out fine, but at that very moment, he is struck by a car. A frightened Kyle discovers Cain lying unconscious. Still on the phone, Moira desperately tries to understand what has happened. Will Cain make it through? Carrie is overwhelmed with guilt after Eric is hurt, but an unexpected twist changes everything. Eric had married Carrie Wyatt as part of a financial arrangement to help secure Jacob's future. However, things took a turn when he discovered that Carrie was secretly involved with Jai Sharma in his own home, leaving him furious. In response, Eric devised what he thought was a clever plan. He bought a call bell and handed Carrie the receiver, ensuring she would come running whenever he needed her, especially if his Parkinson's symptoms worsened. Although his actions hinted at a hidden agenda, Carrie was too caught up in her relationship to question it. Seeing a chance to test his idea, Eric puts it into action. When Carrie leaves him alone, he pretends to fall. The plan works perfectly, as Carrie is horrified that something goes wrong the moment she steps away. Meanwhile, Eric secretly feels satisfied that his scheme is succeeding. However, things quickly backfire. After the staged fall, Eric overhears Carrie and Jai discussing the possibility of placing him in a care home. Furious at the thought of being pushed aside, he confronts them about both their affair and their plans for him. Carrie is initially stunned that Eric had known the truth all along, but her shock soon turns to anger when she realizes he faked a medical emergency. His lack of honesty deeply upsets her. Feeling insulted, Eric orders Carrie to leave. But the situation doesn't go in his favor. When Carrie tells Jai what happened, he offers her a place to stay, bringing them even closer together. In an unexpected moment, Caleb Milligan reminds Eric of everything Carrie has done for him, which makes Eric reconsider his actions and soften his stance. Unfortunately, the realization comes too late. When they next speak, Carrie makes it clear that she wants a divorce. Has Eric destroyed the best relationship he ever had? An Emmerdale star has shared uncertainty over whether Rona will walk away from her marriage to Marlon. Zoe Henry recently spoke about the future of her character, Rona Goskirk, and the possibility of her leaving Marlon Dingle. While their relationship is strong, Rona finds herself challenged by the return of her former partner, Graham Foster. However, Graham is determined to win Rona back, and upcoming episodes will see the situation become more complicated when Marlon witnesses Rona sharing a close moment with him. With two very different men in her life, Rona feels pulled in opposite directions. The actor, who has played the role since 2001, explained that choosing between them wouldn't be easy. She noted that Marlon represents stability and a clear sense of happiness. Their life together includes a blended family and years of shared experiences, making their bond deeply rooted. On the other hand, Graham brings excitement and unpredictability, offering something entirely different from the steady life Rona has built. While that may be appealing, it also comes with risks. Despite marrying only a few years ago, Rona and Marlon share a long history that stretches back decades. Their connection, along with the family they've built, makes the idea of leaving incredibly difficult. She still deeply cares for Marlon, and their shared past, along with their children, strengthens that connection. Even though not all the children are biologically theirs, the emotional bond they share as a family is strong. Rona now finds herself in an incredibly tough position, emotionally pulled back to feelings she experienced years ago. Whatever choice she makes will have lasting consequences. Even if she decides to stay with Marlon, unresolved feelings for Graham could continue to create tension. The actor pointed out that trust and honesty will be crucial moving forward, as even a small doubt in a relationship can leave lasting cracks. If Rona chooses Graham, it would mean leaving behind the family life she has built over the years. Her connection with April, in particular, would be difficult to give up. Recent events have only strengthened her role in April's life, making that bond feel almost impossible to walk away from. She also questioned how a future with Graham would realistically work within the same village, suggesting that while anything can happen, it would be far from simple. Emmerdale is set to deliver another dramatic twist in the Dr. Todd storyline, as Jacob Gallagher finds unexpected support while dealing with his difficult boss. A preview from the upcoming Thursday episode shows Jacob being confronted once again in the hospital corridor by Dr. Todd. She speaks down to him, criticizing his actions and questioning his competence as a fourth-year medical student. Carrie Wyatt overhears the tense exchange and later approaches Dr. Todd at reception, using the moment to hand over Jacob's forgotten lunch while also stepping in to defend him. She points out that Jacob has been under a lot of pressure and suggests he shouldn't even be at work that day. In response, Todd insists she has already advised him to take things easy, but Carrie quickly challenges that claim, calling out the way she had just spoken to him. Carrie accuses Todd of abusing her authority and treating Jacob unfairly, arguing that having qualifications doesn't give her the right to bully him. Todd attempts to dismiss the situation as a simple misunderstanding, but Carrie refuses to back down. She makes it clear that she sees exactly what's happening and warns Todd that she won't tolerate it. However, Carrie's intervention may end up backfiring. According to insiders, while she is determined to stand up for Jacob, Todd retaliates by listing all the mistakes he has made during his placement, justifying her harsh attitude. As a result, Carrie walks away worried that her actions may have only made things more difficult for Jacob rather than helping him. Emmerdale is broadcast on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to watch via streaming on ITVX.